My.
I have so much.
So y'all don't want me to be able to digest my food.
I feel like I have such an unpopular opinion about that.
Okay.
About
Do tell.
Okay, so I'm sorry. Don't take no 50 hours.
now that's true.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
That's
don't take 50 hours.
So what is a good span of time?
Not 50 hours.
I mean, okay, let me think.
Because you don't.
depends.
No
It
relationship
can't be.
guru over here.
It depends.
It can't be 5 minutes. You say
No,
it'll take 50
no.
hours. So
I mean, first of all, by the time you go from place to place, position to position, that should take you more than five minutes.
Not place to place though.
Position to position. But I mean, I don't like them songs all night long. No, don't all night long me, baby. No,
that's not even 50 hours. So you're talking about. Of course, it was an exaggeration, but you're talking
yeah,
about
but I'm saying like 3 hours.
3 hours maybe.
No, heck no. 3 hours?
Yeah, why not?
Heck no. My
Once
legs.
again, y'all don't want me to digest my food today.
Did you say 3? Maybe I'm different.
No.
But we're back again.
We're back.
Yeah.
And we're back.
And where we from? Where we at right now?
Greenville. Oh wait,
The
we're
beautiful city of
recording.
Greenville. Yeah, we're recording right now.
Oh, you always do this.
Do what?
Like not say that we recording and make us have bloopers all over the place.
Well, I mean, it's
because I'm
gonna
not
be-
paying no attention.
The majority of it is gonna be edited out, so it
Yeah,
doesn't,
whatever.
or not.
See? There you go.
So-
Look at it. You get this
And we got a guest today.
on my nerve.
Do we have a guest or is she?
Look,
Is
she
our
hasn't
resident?
decided.
I have bullied myself in. I have bullied.
Look, she claims she's the only one that has relationship experts.
I'm just saying, a little bit.
So I guess we'll let her
see.
take the relationship stance. Yeah, sure. I mean, I say I vote her in.
I mean,
I'm getting voted in. This is an induction.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Now the final approval.
Oh,
The final approval.
it's through me.
It's
It's
through
through
you,
me.
But we still have to go. There is another third person that's.
He ain't been on this thing yet.
Oh, there's a third person.
He's about CL.
CL.
Until
Oh, he
CL
likes me.
shows
Yeah,
his face,
CL.
he don't get a
friend.
vote. He don't get a vote.
He's not
CL, you don't get a vote.
Well, CL, if I must make my case, I would like to say,
We hadn't even introduced ourselves yet. You to make your
yeah,
case.
my name is.
My name is.
My name is.
Let me
For
tell
those
you,
of-
my
those that know
podcast.
me.
Look, show your podcast resume because you got one.
Yeah, but I ain't looking too much for good for the home team, Brent. I think we should have left that out.
Look, I had to use mine. Mine ain't the best either.
Well, I have appeared on the Perfect People podcast.
Not appeared. You were a
the host.
Oh, yeah,
You was the
you're
host of the
right.
Perfect
Let me not.
Yeah.
I mean, downgrade myself. I was one of the hosts of the Perfect People podcast.
And all the work we did, girl.
And also a host of Loyalty Over
And
Cloud
also-
podcast. And also the future host of another podcast.
You better-
You just ain't thought about it yet?
Put it out there.
You ain't got a name on it yet?
Oh yeah, I mean I got some things working, but I got to make sure I got a company that'll help me. That's where I'm falling at.
Wink,
Wink.
I mean, we always here to help. It ain't nothing that we ain't helping.
I know. I'm just saying.
We're gonna see
Yeah.
how much y'all help in a little
We'll
bit.
talk about that after
Right.
the recording.
Off air.
Okay.
Off air combos.
All right, so we're recording live, well, not live, but on location here
Okay.
in Greenville, the beautiful city of Greenville, South Carolina.
Shout out to Greenville.
Yeah.
Shout out to Greenville and shouts out to Up on the Roof.
Yes.
Up
for
on the
hosting the show
roof.
today.
Yeah.
They came through with the charcuterie board. I
They
think I said
did.
that right.
You did.
What
job.
they had on it?
Okay, so
Charcuterie
they
board
had
has-
I don't know the meats, but they had
Yeah, I don't either.
candied almonds
They
that
were
look
really
and
good.
taste like frosted flakes.
Yep.
Also, they have pickled okra.
Mm-hmm.
Mini pickles that you could fit all in your mouth at one time. Also, fresh strawberries, cranberries, blueberry, raspberries, and assortment of cheeses.
An assortment of cheeses.
And also crackers.
And the strawberries are good.
They're very yummy.
Is it fresh?
Strawberries are good.
Yeah.
We have raw honey.
Mm-hmm.
We have
Yes.
this jam.
Jam.
And we have some whole grain mustard.
It's the jam.
I haven't tried
tried.
it. I'm not sure what we're supposed to eat
I think-
with the jam.
Was it the jam
Yeah.
going to crackers? That's what it looks like.
Well,
Jam
Veranda
was-
ate 2 crackers with nothing else.
Yeah, the crackers were good.
Yeah, crackers are rocking.
I ain't gonna
With
even hold
nothing
you.
on
You know, I am a cracker eater.
Uh-huh.
And so the crackers were pretty good.
I'm ready to try
I hadn't
pickled
eaten all the
okra.
other things. The meats were good too. I know one is pepperoni and the other is salami, but there's another mystery meat over here that we're not sure about.
And one is spicy.
Yeah.
spicy.
Oh yeah, because I had to drink a lot of water after that. But it was good.
Okay.
A nice little variety of things.
And we'll give our reviews on the food on the next. When y'all tune in on Wednesday, y'all will get the reviews of the food.
Okay.
But shouts out to Up on the Roof once again
Up on the roof,
for hosting us
yes.
tonight. No, this afternoon. It's a great
Going
afternoon.
into the evening.
And you know, every week I do something on social media that we
gosh.
got to get responses on.
I'm scared.
And I'm gonna ask you
scared
guys-
every week. Yes, I'm scared every single
And
week.
I'm gonna ask you guys the question first.
Okay.
The question is, what piece of advice would you have for an ex?
For an ex.
Yeah, toxic answers only.
Oh, toxic answers only. Ooh. I don't know about to answer that.
We want to go through what the people said first. Then
Yeah,
just double back.
let's see what the people say because I gotta think about that.
All right,
I
first.
My brain
I got to filter
automatically
my
go-
response.
Well, see, mine didn't automatically go toxic because I was like, okay, let me see what I would tell
Okay,
them.
we'll go real, go true. Not toxic, go true. Because we said toxic only on social media.
But I mean,
Go
that
true.
just goes to the Lord Jesus. People gonna be like, oh, she lame. She can't even think toxic.
No, go true.
I mean, it depends on what it is, but I think if it was relationship advice, the advice would depend on why it is that we broke up. So, like giving pointers in how it is that they could better themselves for their next partner.
Okay.
And so it would come
So
from a
what
supportive
would
perspective.
be your advice to one of your exes?
To one of my exes. Interestingly enough. Okay, so the advice to one of my exes would be to kind of focus on self a little bit more. Figure out what direction, what purpose they are serving here on this earth so that they are better equipped to lead a family. And be more comfortable in that position of head of household.
Okay. Well, you've been married for 12 years? No, 10 years, together for 12.
Yes.
Do you have an ex you could give advice to?
First of all,
Okay.
I'm scared to hear what her advice about to be.
What is yours?
I would say, I mean, this is a controversial type of comment, though. So I'm a
It's-
little nervous
Okay,
to
well,
say
okay,
it.
okay. Well, then let's go to. You sure? Do you want to say it or you want to hold it?
I mean, I don't
Okay, we can go
mind
to the
saying
people.
it. Well, I mean, does it matter if y'all want that feed on your podcast?
Oh, no,
You know they
go
don't
ahead.
care.
Go
Okay,
ahead.
well, you cry too much.
That ain't controversial.
I mean, because they be like, oh, men should tell their feelings. Oh, they cry too much. Oh, men should be able to. Like, you
There's a
cry
balance to all things.
You cry too much. Like, you need to be able to manage your emotions. Because that was just ridiculous.
It's kind of like love bombing.
Huh?
It's kind of like love bombing. Somebody telling you I love you 1,000 times.
Yeah, it's like, like I need you. I hope that as you have grown on this good earth, that you have managed your emotions by now.
Go get some help.
Yes,
help.
that was one. I mean, I don't mind, the tears and you being in your feelings and being in your emotions. That's good. But just because I said this one, I mean, and maybe and that's how I know we didn't match because I'm a little.
So you
hardcore.
made him cry.
Yeah.
Oh, now that's a whole other
See, that's
situation.
what
What?
Yeah.
No.
No. I'm saying for him, like you just crying all the time, but versus somebody making you cry.
Yeah.
like,
Well,
that
then
means
I
you
made
can't-
him cry a lot.
Oh,
that ain't good.
That ain't it.
Yeah,
That ain't it.
and
That
it
ain't
was
the
extra. But
Yeah.
extra.
that was my manage your emotions, please.
Figure that thing out.
Yes.
All right. I don't have one.
You know
Are you
what?
lying?
You always setting something up. No, you have to answer before you read them things.
I think he lying.
Because he is.
Keep your job.
Oh.
All right, that's mine.
Prepare yourself for family. You cry too much. Then keep your job.
I'll probably just mess up the mic because I almost snatched my necklace off if I had some pearls on because I wasn't
You would have
expecting
clutched
that.
them.
Right.
I know the person. And here's the thing: the person didn't know it's them,
Oh, I'm sure they're going to know.
and they listen and watch the show. So that's kind of funny. All right, so
Please keep your next job.
We don't
First
know
one-
who you are, FYI, so there's that.
the first one came from the first one we got is a comment underneath the actual post on Facebook. It's from Maka. Now she had to take it from X-rated to
Oh,
PG,
my.
she said get your first nut off before you're trying to have sex.
My.
I have so much.
So y'all don't want me to be able to digest my food.
I feel like I have such an unpopular opinion about that.
Okay.
About
Do tell.
I mean, okay, so I'm sorry. Don't take no 50 hours.
now that's true.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
That's
don't take 50 hours.
So what is a good span of time?
Not 50 hours.
I mean, okay, let me think.
Because you
It
don't.
depends.
The relationship guru over here.
It depends.
It can't be 5 minutes. You say
No,
it'll take 50
you know,
hours. So
I mean, first of all, by the time you go from place to place, position to position, that should take you more than five minutes.
Not place to place though.
Position to position. But I mean, I don't like them songs all night long. No, don't all night long me, baby. No.
That's not even 50 hours. So you're talking about. Of course, it was an exaggeration, but you're talking
Yeah,
about
but I'm saying like 3 hours.
3 hours maybe.
No, heck no. 3 hours?
Yeah, why not?
Heck no. My
Once
legs.
again, y'all don't want me to digest my food today.
Did you say 3? Maybe I'm different.
No.
But
What-
3
so-
hours is a very long
Okay, so-
time. First of all, why do we have to be into the
We need a
hours?
marathon.
Like,
Okay, so-
are you
so-
including foreplay and
Yes,
then leg?
I'm talking about the whole.
Even with all of that.
I mean, we
What you got?
3
30 minutes?
I mean, maybe a little bit longer, but not too much.
I mean, because now I'm sweating. Then if your sweat drip on me, that's you can cancel it off. and then it's just a different opinion that I have about that.
Okay. All right, that's cool. Shouts out to Megan for that one.
Yes, but I want her to take all the hours that she serves.
Yeah.
All right. Then the relationship status chat in the relationship status advice group. Make sure to join. Cousin of the show, EB, tapped in. He says,
Okay, EB.
always start a fight if you like rough sex. Or to shut you up.
Okay, EP. I like that one.
Not always start a fight though.
I mean, not always. But I have used it a few times. Cause why you didn't wash them dishes? You know I don't like washing dishes.
The setup for the setup.
It is kind of toxic there.
Next one's from Kitty. Don't use sex as a way to get me back when it's not hitting on Nathan.
Oh,
She put in all caps. Nathan.
Nah. I saw somebody using it to get them back and they ain't hit on that. That's funny.
I mean, people
That's
can
usually
do
the
it.
opposite.
But if it's gonna be to get me back, I'm sure getting something in return.
We also posted
Okay, part.
it on Snapchat. Stay single. Humanity deserves that protection.
Wow.
Well,
That's first off, whoever they're talking to, I'm sorry.
well,
I know you are ashamed.
Next time, date someone as emotionally unavailable as you are. You will finally understand the pain.
No, they probably won't though.
Nah, they probably.
If they are also emotionally unavailable, then they ain't gonna understand.
too unemotionally.
Right,
unavailable
that'd just
people.
be a
Now, I was
disaster.
told this by an ex.
Oh, Yusuf.
Stop giving advice you don't follow.
Well,
Well, did you follow their advice? That's the
you
question.
got podcast on podcast.
The question is, did you follow their advice, my friend?
Do as I say, not as I do.
Oh, that's your mantra?
Nah, I'm learning to be better.
Hey, that didn't, I don't know if I
He
believe
skipped over
that.
that real quick.
Right. Like, you said no real fast.
Find someone that matches your energy, bitter, broke, and basic.
Dang,
Bitter, broke, and basic?
and basic. That was
All
at the end. Not good.
The trifecta.
Bitter, broken, basic.
I'm gonna need you to choose one. You can't
And if
be
they
all
add
three.
another B on the end, then we really on to something. Jesus.
Be a better liar. At least try to make it believable. Got a couple more. Tell your partner up front, I come with red flags and delusion.
Oh, please tell me up front. You ain't even got to tell about the red flags. Just say you come with delusion, and that's enough for me.
Yeah, and go on my
Right.
other way.
Get a job. Professional victim isn't a real occupation.
Professional victim?
Yeah.
Oh.
That's funny. I ain't never heard of professional victim before.
Please, for the love of God, upgrade your playlist. Heartbreak can't save your trash music taste. Stop mistaking control for love. You're not deep, you're just toxic.
Oh my.
the only thing you're good at is wasting people's time. Make a career out of it. If gaslighting was a sport, you'd have Olympic gold medals.
Oh, sheesh.
They came up with some good stuff.
Right.
All
These people hurt out here.
I mean, that's so sad. My goodness.
Y'all going
That just went really. Ooh.
Last one. Next time, don't confuse bare minimum with spoiling somebody.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they
They think they spoiling with the bare minimum?
That's basic.
hey man, that's what they doing out here.
My.
And they came
I
from,
better stay
they
where
came
I'm
from
at.
a mix of men and women. So
Yeah. Stay married,
I'm gonna
friend.
stay where I'm at.
Stay
I'm
make sure,
married.
make sure to follow the show so that you can go ahead and give us your responses to our questions, because there's always something.
I'm telling you right now, it's rough out here in these streets.
Okay, so which video did we say we was going with today?
And just do the second one, or the
Number
one.
4 about best friend.
Yeah.
Was it best friend?
Yeah.
The one about best friend. Okay.
Oh yeah. That was
My woman got to be my best friend. Like my best friend in the world. If it ain't that, I don't want it. Like you can keep it. You understand? Like it got to be, like we got to be locked in so deep, man, to where like regardless of what happened to me, whether it's good or bad, like you got to be the first person I want to call. Like, damn, man, I wonder what baby gonna think about this. You understand what I'm saying? Like we got to be able to send reels and memes back and forth, and because I know like baby gonna be the only one to really get it, really understand it. You understand? Cause we so locked in. We got inside jokes. We got this. We got that. Like we got to be able to people watch and joke on everybody that's walking by. You know what I mean? Because our sense of humor is on the same level. Like my woman got to be my right arm. Like she's an extension of me. Like when I look at her, I got to see me. And when other people look at her, they got to see me. That's how locked in we are. That's how on the same page we are. Like I couldn't even imagine living in this world without them. That's the type of friendship that it got to be in a relationship, or I don't want it.
Oh, I don't want it.
That's the type of relationship it got to be.
Y'all agree?
You know those were touching those almonds.
Come on, let's see.
Oh.
First off, what is that on seed?
Yeah.
Okay, now Yusuf, don't we going to see euphylactic
Uh-uh.
or whatever it's called.
Not,
What's
is
called?
that called? Now you done made me forget what it's called.
But the jam is jamming.
Ephalactic.
So the jam good?
The jam is jamming.
That's good.
When you hear that, what's the first thing that hits you?
You first.
First off, now I'm
No,
getting cold call.
What you got? What's the first thing that hits you?
I like it. Yeah. I would love to be in a relationship with somebody that I felt like that with. From both sides. I agree.
See, I don't know, like, I think for me, I don't know if my woman can be my best friend. I think we could be great friends, but my best friend, I don't feel like you can tell your lady everything.
You don't tell
You
your
don't
best
tell your best
friend
friend everything.
I do.
That's
a
on
problem.
I mean, I'm just saying, like, how's that a problem if you tell your best friend everything?
You don't have. You should censor.
Except for
some
stuff
of those
about
things.
marriage, about stuff. But if you're married, I don't think
Yeah.
you should have people in your marriage like that.
In your
Relationship-
marriage, like what?
like
Yeah,
telling
like-
them everything that happens in your marriage. Like I don't think you should tell people outside your marriage everything that happens in your marriage.
Oh, maybe not everything. That everything is a big word to me.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
I mean,
That's why I
because
said
nobody does everything of anything.
Yeah. Ooh.
You don't-
Not a B.
You don't think so?
Everything of
Tell
anything.
everything?
Nobody tells anybody everything.
No, sometimes. First off, some stuff you need to say for the good Lord Jesus.
I mean, you only tell yourself everything.
I
mean,
mean,
think
and
about
some of that stuff you trying to lock away
yeah,
and not
like you
remind
don't
them.
tell everybody everything. Like, and I'm here's another one that I'm not okay with and I don't agree with about the outside marriage relation advice. I do not agree with that
Okay,
because
exactly.
I do feel like that I get a good advice from my best friend.
So you don't agree with that the stuff that happens in your marriage should stay in your marriage?
No, it not necessarily that. Now I'm not saying I tell her every single thing, but when it comes, because some things aren't about relationship, it's about a person. So sometimes, and I can see myself as being, I mean, all of us see ourselves as being, oh, I do nothing wrong sometimes. And I have to get a balance, a check.
Mhm.
And I had to see, well, is it me or am I tripping sometimes? and she don't do a good job of taking up for me.
She be on.
She be honest. Be like, yeah, friend, you tripping. You know, so I feel as though that I could get that kind of advice. Now, do I tell her everything? No. I mean, nobody tells anybody everything. But the back to the best, the partner to be the best friend thing, I can say now, right now, not before, but now I am experiencing that. And that is a part of what we're building now.
What caused the shift from not to
honesty and life hardships. Like, you realize that I'm there with you no matter what. When you going through your second downfall, you know, from having this surgery again, who's there? Who's the one doing all of the things? Who's the one making sure everything is in order? You realize that, dang, this girl really is down. And then vice versa. I'm going through a little tough little thing right now. School is tough. It's really hard for me. And so I'm realizing, dang, you might get on my nerves sometimes, but you're really down. Like, we really cool. Like, we really like that. And I do consider him my best friend.
Yeah.
I really do consider him
and
my
I
best
think
friend.
like that's the thing, like no one is going through life with you in the same way that your partner is, that your husband or your wife is. And I mean, even if you do have a best friend that's outside of the marriage, there's still levels to that they'll never get, that they'll never understand, that your husband or your wife, they're the only ones that will, because they're the ones that's in it with you. Like I don't share kids with my best friend. I don't share.
But your best friend might have kids.
But they're not our kids. Like the way that we're raising our kids, while there will be similarities between how it is that Ariel is raising her children and I'm raising mine, the household is just going to naturally be different because we're different people. And so like there does have to be a best friend element. Does that have to be your only best friend?
Yeah,
no. Like, because I do think that you are absolutely supposed to have friends outside of marriage, because your partner is not supposed to hold all of that.
Right.
Well,
so when I am really tripping,
some people don't believe in friends outside.
Oh well, they're not. Now that's a whole other conversation.
I definitely don't believe in that.
Yeah,
I don't believe in that,
because that's too much pressure on anybody.
Yeah.
Like, there are times when I'm tripping where my husband should be able to say, okay, you need to go call Ariel because you doing a lot. So, you go over there and I'm going to stay here.
Yeah.
And then we'll come back together, because like one person can't hold everything, but you are a specific best friend to me in our relationship and in how we're doing life together. Yeah. And I want to be excited to call you. Like, Ariel might get bumped down a second when good news happens. Like, I'm okay with that. That's how that's supposed to be. Like, as
long as you call me second. Don't put me third. Well, I can be third because you need to call your mom. So fine, I'll be third.
Maybe so.
But that's it. I ain't going no lower.
That's it. But,
so, do y'all think that y'all could truly have that type of friendship within the relationship without it suffering from complacency and comfort?
How would it suffer?
Yeah, I do.
I'm just because some people, in some marriages, they've been together so long, and let's say we're best friends or whatever, right? The relationship is comfortable, and there's a complacency sometimes that comes with being in a relationship for a lengthy period of time. As sometimes people come to that point where it's become mundane. It's the ritual of this, and this. We're going to have a date night every Friday night, or the spontaneity may have been gone. You know what I'm saying? The kids have kind of taken over. There's a level of complacency and comfort that sometimes comes with that. So sometimes we need that outlet of our friends, one, or two, we need the person to be spontaneous at times with things to keep it going within the relationship. So do you think that having the person as that best friend, and when I hear best friend, it's like Calexiel always says, you can't have more than one best friend. I just think.
No, I don't.
For me, I have a circle of friends.
Right. Yeah.
But I have like one best friend.
I mean, it's currently my situation. Well, to a certain extent. I have levels of best friends.
See, that's what I'm saying. I think women have it more than men.
Yeah.
Women have, for this, I know I call this person.
Right.
For this issue,
that's just categorized.
I know I call this person. It's a work issue, I know I call this is my work bestie. Or this is my. And I just think that women have that more than men. Men don't really have. It's like a circle of friends, and then it'll just be the group, and that group will be. And my group is of like people that I call best friends is really small. people that I trust with the
Yeah.
information, no matter what, because I know that whatever they give me back, like you with Veronda, is whatever they're going to give me back is going to be honest.
Right.
I might not like. I can't tell you how many times I'm on the phone with CL and I really just want to get off. I literally want to tell him, shut up.
I don't want to hear this.
I don't want to hear it. Just let me off the phone. And
Is it because he's giving you something that you're not ready to receive, or he's willing to say the hard things? Why?
he's willing to say the hard stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? My friend Doc, willing to say the hard stuff.
You say Dot?
Doc.
Oh, Doc.
My friend, my other one, Malcolm, he will literally call me and be like, you effing up. Hands down, like, I've posted something maybe emotional at times in the moment, and it might be cryptic, and literally you will call me, take that shit down.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, I would say it's interesting because I guess my friends maybe mess up in different ways. It's not, and a lot of times whenever I would say I have a circle of friends too that I would consider, in the bestie category or whatever you want to call it. But there's only one person in that friend group that's kind of aware of everything that's going on in my life, even if I don't necessarily call them to ask them for advice. And that's Ariel. Now, the other folks that's in the friend group, they are, they know of things that are happening, and they are very intimately aware. And I might lean on them for something different because maybe they have a different strength or have had a different experience or, whatever the case is. And so I do think that you lean on different friends for different things because everybody has their level of expertise. But I don't know if I necessarily can go with the fact that you can only have one best friend. Because I think I think Ariel said, I think there's levels to it. But ride or die, I know that I can call these individuals and they will have my back and they will call me in and call me out. Yeah, that's a very small circle of people. And the folks that I'm willing to trust with my life and my information and the things that are going on, that I know that they'll either hold it or pray for me through it. Or just, like I said, give me whatever advice that's necessary in order for me to be able to move through it. So, yeah.
Do you think understanding for you guys, your mate or whoever you're with, being your best friend, has it always been like that, or is it something so the person you with has always been your best friend?
No, the person that I'm with.
Yeah, because that's what we're talking about. You're talking about your partner being your best friend.
No, he hasn't always been my best friend. Absolutely not.
That's what I'm saying. So that's why I'm asking. Has it always been?
No,
that?
it hasn't
It's
always
always been a
been
desire.
That. Yeah. And
So what
they're
happens
trying
if-
to work towards it.
So what happens if one person is in that place and the other person is not? Like
Well,
one person
that's-
feels that deep connection of this is my best friend, but the
Well-
other person does not feel that. How does that get navigated then?
Well, I mean, it was like that for us at one point because I feel like I have always been Bond's best friend. Oh, the whole entire relationship. But for me, that wasn't the case because, like Veronda stated, with you being my best friend, it comes with a lot of trust.
Yeah.
And if I can't trust that you will hold these certain things, then I can't consider you my best friend. Were we married? Yes. Did we do life together? Yes. I did not consider him my best friend, but now it's a whole totally different thing. So
your trust in him had to change.
yes, and also you showing me that I can trust you had to change.
So he wasn't showing that before?
No, I mean, it was a lot of, inconsistencies and changing up of things. And I just didn't feel like I needed consistency, financial consistency. And now I will say it, but before I can't say, dude, you do this one more time, like now I can say that, but I had to am I tripping? Should I feel this way? I had to call out and see, because I don't want to be a nagger. I don't want to be aggravating you, but if you wrong, baby, you wrong. And I'm going to let you know, and if I'm wrong, tell me I'm wrong so I can pipe down and chill.
Somebody asked me if they were nagging me before. And my thing was, no, you're not nagging me if you're saying something. I think a nag if I'm doing whatever you're telling me I should be doing.
And I feel like nagging is me.
And you're continuing to say something, and now you're nagging.
I feel like nagging is asking you to do stuff that it should be done.
No,
that's what I see nagging. Like I feel if I'm having to ask you the same thing over and over, something that's obvious, something that should be done, something that we've talked about, and I'm coming to you again and again and again and again and again.
But then who's that on? Is that on you or on him?
Oh, that's not on me.
If you're nagging, the nagging's not on you.
That's on you, because the reason why I'm nagging you is because you're not doing what needs to be done.
Then
if you do what needs to, no.
Then be out.
Yeah, no, boy, you almost.
What you mean?
I'm not going to leave nobody because they won't push the trash can, take the trash bag out.
And leave.
Leave. Yeah, I don't know what to say about that.
First off, marriage and a relationship is two different things.
I ain't going nowhere because of that. I want you just to do it.
Yeah, like you, but that's the thing. Like
But if it's a constant, not saying pushing the trash can. I'm saying it's the pushing of the trash can. It's the.
But that's every relationship is gonna have something that's constant.
What if it's a number of things? If it's a number of things, why not just? It would say not the marriage, but if it's a relationship.
I'm about to say that a relationship and marriage are two different things.
It is. It's two totally different things. But if you're a person that has to consistently feel a way within the thing or whatever, and you're consistently nagging about certain things and expressing your unhappiness. Why are we staying?
Because that's going to be in every relationship.
Yeah. I mean, that's what first off, Yusuf, last episode I meant to say, you were getting on me about whether or not you should stay indefinitely when somebody is going after their dream and ain't contributing.
Well, first off, it was 2 weeks. There was 2 episodes ago.
Whatever it was.
So get it right.
Whatever it was. Okay, so to catch you up, we were talking about we were talking about dreams.
Okay.
And a person going after their dreams and how long a person is supposed to support them in going after their dreams if they ain't contributing nothing else. And so we started talking about alimony, the movie Alimony. You ever seen it?
Oh yeah.
And I made the point that you don't indefinitely support nobody. I don't care if you married or otherwise, and they're not contributing in some way. Like if you see I'm in distress, I don't care nothing. I mean, I won't say I don't care nothing about your dream, but there has to be right. There has to be balance,
right?
So while you can still go after your dream, you need to go get a job
or something.
Because you can tinker and go work at Walmart.
Yeah,
like 2 things to be true at the same time. And this one over here talking about you're supposed to be supporting them indefinitely because you married them.
Well, I mean, you got to contribute. I'm not saying you necessarily have to have a job.
That is spicy.
But you need.
I don't know what that is.
Yeah,
it's doing to me.
But you need to be contributing something. Like he wasn't even cleaning the house. He wasn't even going to the grocery store. He wasn't even bringing shit. They got paper towel.
Here's my thing. My point on that, and this is without going back into that. My point to that was, if we're supporting something, right? Mm-hmm. Communication is key, correct?
Yes.
Everybody says communication is key.
It is.
It is the one major thing they always say every marriage, every relationship should be built on is communication. Well,
effective communication.
Mm-hmm. So then we should have said, okay, I'm gonna allow you to tinker with this thing for a year. Mm-hmm. If after tinkering with this thing for a year,
because that was my thing, you over there tinkering.
After you tinkering with this thing for a year, we ain't got nowhere. You can still do it, but I need you to find a job.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
That's effective. She never said that. It was never put out there.
Yeah.
It was, and so what I'm saying, if you don't put a date on it, shouts out to CL. If you don't put a date on it,
we ain't shouting you out, CL.
How can you like forwardly go, all right, how's he supposed to know? How's he supposed to know? Or her.
Put her
Call on me.
Put her in.
Thank you so very much. Because this is going to go back to this best friend thing, right?
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Because the one thing that I can say that as my best friend, and that's like everybody that's in my little circle, which includes Ariel, because of the connection it is that we had, which is what this guy was talking about, but he was talking about it from a romantic sense, but I'm going to talk about it from a friendship sense. Mm-hmm. But I think it carries on over into the relationship even more so. I can tell when something is bothering Ariel. And I don't necessarily even have to, she don't have to say anything directly. She doesn't have to sit me down and say, like, let's have some effective communication about it. If something is nagging her or something that ticked her off, number one, I know her triggers. I know the things that will tick her off. So even if it's not me, and I'm sitting in a setting, in a situation, and something that's happening, I'm like, oh, that ain't gonna end well, or she's gonna shut down, or she's gonna do whatever. And so in me being able to recognize that, I can then bring Ariel to the table and say, okay, so baby, honey, I'm recognizing that this ain't working for you. Like something's off. So what's going on? So I don't think that it always has to be on the person that is being aggravated by the situation, or that you're doing something that traditionally is off in a relationship if you don't have a job. This. So if I am willing to...
He doesn't know that. Remember,
they've been using her from the beginning.
I was about to say, like, what is happening? What you
using
mean?
Her from the beginning. I'm trying to figure out why they got together to start with.
But that's what I'm saying. It's been since the beginning.
Yeah.
But I'm saying, if we're talking
she ran
healthy,
into that trailer.
Exactly. So who was that on? Is that on him or her?
I think it's on both.
Yeah.
No, it's her fault.
But she should have come. Here's my thing. Communication is key. Effective communication is key. Now, I did have to, that's why I changed the beginning, because I communicate a lot, but it is not healthy. At the beginning, it was not, because I thought that telling you every single piece of my mind and how I felt at the moment was good communication, but it was not. So I do feel like she should have.
How? But how are you giving it? Because you can give.
I wasn't giving it good.
That's what you said. It
wasn't effective. I wasn't giving it good. Well. It was very nasty. It was not nice. And I had to learn that you just can't say everything like that.
And you have to also learn how the other person hears.
Me all the way down.
Exactly. So then, after I got into therapy and realized that is not the way to communicate, and learn the steps to effectively communicate, I then was able to turn around and speak his language. So that's what she should have told. Hey, she did say it, but she didn't say it in a way that he could understand. There's a difference. You can say something all day, but if you don't say it to where the other person can understand, like Vaughn, he doesn't like to talk. So our saving grace is a text thread, a special text thread. Hey, this is a no judgment zone. We're not going to judge here. You say what you feel, I say what I feel. If you don't want me to respond, tell me that. If you want me to respond, say that also.
See, now here's what that messes with me.
Okay.
Any text outside of 5 lines, I'm probably not reading.
Well, that's on you.
All of it. I'm probably not reading all
First off, you're going to have to compromise somewhere.
Exactly.
And do you want to be in a relationship?
I don't think. We done said 2 things this far that I don't know.
Yes, I do.
You're gonna have to
you want to be the one that's functional?
Yes, ma'am.
I'm just I
would rather, I don't really talk because I think for me communicating, I do a poor job. I'm going to say what happens to me. If we get in a debate about whatever it is, a person that I care about, I'm in love with or whatever, can always sway my mind. And I don't know why that is.
I don't either.
Like I'll come into the argument with this point, and I'll say it, and then turn around and they'll be like, oh, well, you know what, they do got a point.
Oh my gosh.
or when I try to be so staunch on my point, I come off as condescending. I come off as an asshole. Because I'm like, I'm not gonna let you appear. You're not gonna run your Jedi mind trick on me. All right? So today, this is where I stand, and I'm 10 toes down. All my
no swaying me.
There's no swaying me. I am the Jedi today. All right? And
well, do you win on that one?
On those, yes, I do. But then the other person feels like I'm not listening. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
That's that person. You got to do both ways.
No, because I do come off, when I'm like that, I do come off as an, I know I do. I can't fight it because I'm trying not to let what you say get to me in a way that makes me change my mind on how I feel. That's complete defense. And I'm defensive. I'm 100% defensive. Ciela tell you, be easy to tell you. Everybody, I'm completely defensive as soon as, and nobody knows where it comes from, but it comes from something way, like from a kid. But at the end of the day, like, if somebody says something to me, I'm automatically on the defense. It's automatically, I have to defend myself. And by all means necessary, I don't care what I gotta do, I will defend myself. And sometimes defending myself means shutting up and just letting you talk for however long you want to talk. And just listen. And I say this like this. You listening to me? I probably heard half of it, but I get the gist. You know, I understand.
So you're not an effective listener.
I am an effective listener.
No, you're not.
To something
not once you go into
not that you not mode. Yeah.
No, I'm listening No, I listen to everything.
You listen to what you want to listen to.
No. I said I listen to about half of it. I'm gonna tell you why. Because when you ever been in something with somebody and or disagreement or whatever, and they have made their point in the first 5 minutes. I have agreed that I understood your point the first 5 minutes. The other 2 hours
God, who is talking for that long?
is the repetition of the point that you made in the first 5 minutes.
So if first off, if somebody going over 2 hours and you done pissed them off.
Yes, usually because in the first 5 minutes, I got you. I understand. That's my response.
I still don't think I'm going for no 2 hours. Even if
I
you
mean, it depends on what we're talking about. Now, I can run a long sentence now.
but by yourself, with him not responding at all?
No, it'll be a back and forth thing because I want to make, here is my thing. If we're talking about it this deep now, I don't want to come back here again. But I don't want this to have to be an issue that we experience again. So maybe if you listen and we come to a compromise and come to an agreement, then we won't have to come back here again. Because here is my thing. I want to just learn it and move on. And let's tackle the next thing that we have coming. You know, I don't want to be harping on this same thing over and over again. Like, why can't you just get it? Even if it's me, let me know what I need to do. Let me know what, it's to me, I want feedback. Tell me, because I'm not perfect. I mean, I'm great, but I'm not perfect.
I'm out here killing it.
Yeah, like, I mean, I know I'm one of a kind, but I'm not, there's something.
Yeah.
So
I'm not gonna be going. I will sit down and have a conversation with you that lasts 2 hours,
but not
a solo soliloquy monologue.
My voice will go out.
I'm not doing that.
And then maybe breaks or whatever. I'm just saying, for me, my defense mechanism. And then if you raise your voice.
So have you received what they said?
But I'm gonna tell you when I stop listening.
You don't sound like
it. Exactly when I stop listening.
Is when they raise their voice.
Or curse.
Yes, if you curse.
The second, I do my best. I curse regular, but when I do my best when I'm talking with them, to not curse, because that's my trigger. Because when I was married, my ex-wife, she was extremely verbally abusive. So my trigger now is if the second you curse, I am out. You standing there and you saying words, I don't know what you're saying. I'm not on, and I wouldn't even be on my phone. I look you dead in your face.
And be checked out.
Checked out. Go ahead and send me my bill.
Send me my bill.
It's like, you know what I'm saying? Go ahead and put it on the card. I left the room straight, but I'm checked out.
I left the room straight.
The room clean. I ain't steal the remote. But I'm checked out. Because I think that even if you're in an argument, because I know how that stuff had made me feel, and it made me, for me, that made me feel so down. It was difficult for me to recover after that. So I know when that happens, and then I had a person that I was with in a relationship with her. And she was like, my trigger triggers you and your trigger triggers me. So we end up in this loop of just triggering each other. And because whatever I did triggered her, and then her cursing at me triggered me. So now
So we weren't going to figure out we weren't going to take a step further and figure out the triggers?
No, we figured it out, but I think what happened is, I think, even though you have to have some desire to change, people have to have desire to change.
That's true now.
And no matter what it is, when the chips are down, they have to go back to whatever the person is that they want it to be. Because I think when things get tough and rough, people revert back to who they don't want to be or what they feel comfortable doing. So if a person, when they usually have gotten in arguments before, if they curse or if they yell, then they're in a place that's their comfort zone when they're having an argument. That's what they revert back to. You know what I'm saying? So me, that's what I revert back to. So you start cursing.
But I think the thing is though, like I think that we are. So in relationship, Ariel, interestingly enough, Ariel and I were talking about this earlier. Humans are fallible. So you can expect to be disappointed. You can expect for your feelings to be hurt. You can expect for, things not to go 100%. They're probably going to break a promise at some point in time. All of these things are going to happen. And I think that though, whenever we're talking about building a relationship and building a trust bank, because I think like that's what it is, a trust is a bank, that you're building it up enough that when you make that withdrawal, that there's still enough in there to keep us in the black. And I think that whenever you end up with people that you are not compatible with, or that do the things that trigger you, and you do if that's your default, then that's probably not the person that I'm supposed to be with, especially if they're not willing to change, especially if they're not willing to grow from that, especially if they're not willing to acknowledge.
What if it's a lack, not a lack of willingness, but some of us, like, I feel like this.
If it's not a lack of willingness and it's just who you are, then that means that we're not supposed to be together.
But that's what I'm saying. At my tender age, I feel as though.
Did you say tender?
He said tender. Tender age.
I feel as though I'm in a place where I wouldn't say I'm incapable of change.
Well, that's a sad existence.
I wouldn't. How is it sad?
You say you're not capable?
No, I'm not. I didn't say. I said I'm not going to say I'm incapable of it.
You're not willing, because that's the opposite of incapable.
I just don't think that I can.
Then that's incapable.
Well, I mean,
That's the very definition.
What do you mean you don't think you can?
I don't think I can.
You don't want to.
Anybody can change.
Yeah.
No. See, I just think that the things that I feel like I can't change, that are the things that I feel like I can change some stuff.
Give me an example of something you say you can't change.
Can't.
Cannot.
I lack an ability to create balance in my life.
Oh, that's a tough one. That's a tough one, Yusuf. That really is a tough one.
Yeah,
I'm struggling with the same thing.
I lack in that. Like, I can't.
But I don't think that you would have to change that. I think that whoever it is that comes into your life is either going to complement that or create the space for you to be able to operate in that way.
I think I'm more of an extremist in that sense, and I'm gonna tell you why. Like, I've dealt with people in my past and recent who they've tried to complement that. Okay, you can't give me whatever, give me a day. Give me this, or I'll take that. What can you give me? And even in that, I'll go, in the moment that I'm asked, yeah, I can. And then literally, when it comes time for it to happen, what happened? I gotta do this, I gotta do something else, I gotta do this, I gotta do this.
Oh, yeah, you're supposed
But and it's planned.
So there's no
over.
compromise?
Yeah.
And it's
You
planned
don't
over.
have balance. That's not balance at all.
That-
we
but-
are not going through the same thing. I take that back.
Yeah, exactly.
That was different. That's different.
I lack the ability to create balance, but it's more so because, and I know where I get it from. That's what makes it so difficult to change. It's what I've seen. It's the things we go through and the things that we grow up with make us who we are, right?
Well,
they can
I
influence.
mean,
They don't
yeah,
make-
but it doesn't. No,
I never saw my mom to this day. For as long as I can remember, my mother rides that train to work at 5 o'clock in the morning,
Yeah.
6 o'clock in the morning. She don't get at home till 8 o'clock at night.
Right.
A lot of times as a kid, I didn't see her when I woke up, and I didn't see her when I went to sleep.
Right.
My grandmother, same thing, till probably, I would say, till she was 80. Worked her behind off until she was 80, died at 90 something. You know what I'm saying? My dad now, same thing. You know, and then I went through a period of my life where I didn't have anything. And so for me, work became a necessity, like finding money or things like that became a necessity. So to me, things that are work to me take precedent over. Only thing that doesn't take precedent over is my kids. And even in that sense, it's a struggle because I'll take my kids with me to work. To the work. You know what I'm saying? So to me, whoever it is that person is going to end up with me just has to kind of understand that part of it.
Well,
Because it's going to be something because you're going to get frustrated with me.
But here's my thing. I understand everything that you're saying. And this is something that I tell Vaughn because he goes back to this a lot. And one thing I'm trying my best not to go to is back and say what this thing has caused me to do and this thing has caused, because we're not there.
Right.
You know, we're here and we're trying to maneuver and work
Our
through
big
what we
ages,
have.
We're responsible now.
Yes, so we can't go to what used to be or how other people did it because that's not what we need right now. So I understand how it works because, you know, I really don't have nobody else to fall on. So yes, when we work, we have to make the money. We have to pay our bills. We have to do all of the things. And also, we have other people around us that we have to give attention to, not just for them, but for ourselves also. You swaddled up in work and you talking about being single.
Not swaddled up.
I'm just saying, like,
Swaddled up in work.
Not you have to
A
balance.
swaddle is real tight.
Yeah,
You
it's
know.
so really tight and comfortable. You usually fall asleep. And so I'm gonna need you
Baby,
to wake up.
real sleep.
Like you, I mean, I just, yeah, Yusuf, I don't know about that.
Yeah, I mean, but that's the thing, though. And I think when we say that we are incapable of change,
You capable.
that,
I said it.
but I think that he is capable of
He
change.
is capable. He
I
capable.
think that, number one, I think it's not, and I ain't gonna get super deep or super spiritual,
Uh-oh.
but
That means she is.
no, I'm really not. This is gonna be like a scratch the surface and I'm moving on. But number one, people can't change people. And so the only entities that I think that can influence change is you and the good Lord Jesus. That's it. And so, like, I think that people can influence change. So, you know, you will maybe probably end up with somebody eventually who makes you want to change in those areas, and then you will figure out how to make those shifts. Because there's no way that you're gonna be able to stay in a sustainable relationship and not be able to give the time, effort, and energy to it in order to make it work.
Right.
Like, that's just,
And even if it
That's
do
not
start off with
realistic.
1 day, okay, then I'm gonna go to 2.
yeah.
Then what you gonna do? I'm going to 2 days. I'm going to 3 days. I'm
Not
going
2 days to 3 days.
I mean, I'm gonna start off with 1 day, you know, to try to meet you halfway. But you be stuck at the 1 day. It don't seem like you go no further than the 1 day. You don't even show up for the 1 day.
Yeah, you make excuses as to why you can't make it for the 1 day.
Well, sometimes.
No.
That's probably why you can't see them as your best friend. Because you spend time with your best friend.
Work.
That takes time.
Work. He spend time
Yeah,
with his best friend.
that's
Work.
what, oh yeah, work is your best friend. But
We have
can
solved
it
the
give
problem.
you the things that a relationship
What?
can give?
We might have solved it, but we ain't put it together.
So, doubling back.
Mm.
So, is expecting your partner to be everything,
No.
best friend, lover, therapist, cheerleader, is that realistic?
No.
No.
No. I mean, nobody can be everything except for God. That's it. So no, I don't think that you can expect your partner to be everything for you and to you. I think that's actually very unhealthy. Because what happens if something happens to that person, and then something happens to you? But I think that they should hold a very large piece of the puzzle when it comes to what they are able to be for you and to you in your life. I don't think that you should be going to a whole bunch of outside entities to fill a void that they are supposed to fill. Like, there are some things that my husband is going to be the only person that can do that knows what's going on, that can give me the type of encouragement. I'm still going to expect my cheerleading squad from my best friends, but when my husband cheers me on, that's going to bring a whole different type of feel. That's going to bring a whole different type of, atmosphere to the situation. He gonna receive something a whole lot different than they gonna receive from being my cheerleader.
And because he in there every day.
Right.
He in there every day. You know exactly what you're going through, exactly the struggles, and
Exactly.
no peace for peace for peace for peace.
And
Your
he's
friend
probably had to
just-
sacrifice too in order for me to achieve
Right.
whatever it is
Mhm.
that I'm achieving.
Yep.
So yeah, that's gonna be. I don't expect them for them to be everything, because like I said, there are going to be times where there are things where I need my girls. Like, you cool.
What?
You're a nice little piece of arm candy, but you can stay over there for a second.
Okay.
In that instance, he'll be arm candy, and then they'll take another role. Like, so I think there has to be balance in all things. It can't sway one side too much over the other.
Okay. So, what did we learn today?
What did we
All right,
learn
what did you
today?
learn
What I learned is you need to work on changing.
Is this going to
You
attack
need to
me?
work on it.
Is this attack me?
You
baby?
No, we
need to
want you
work
to be
on-
in this relationship that you're saying that you
and also,
desire.
you can't use that stuff that you're, not saying that they didn't do their work, but not saying you can't use what your mom, what your grandma, what your dad is going through currently. Like, you can't use that. And so the reason why you're
in relationship is the question.
why you're doing
My
what
daddy
you're
is married.
doing.
Is it healthy?
Oh, yeah, I think so. She happy.
Well, anyway, we're not going to
Is
use
it the
that
type
as
of
an
happy
excuse.
you want to be?
We're not
No,
going
she is. She is.
But you have
I love Esther.
Oh, that's
Her
right.
name is
Shout out to Esther.
Yes,
Shout out to
yes.
Esther.
We're trying to work on it.
My daddy don't like American women.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Now see, that's a whole other situation.
My mother's from Trinidad. Marisol was from the Dominican Republic.
So,
Esther
Are we
was from
going down
Puerto
a list
Rico.
of people? Well, then maybe you should adventure out of the country.
Might
This
be.
be following.
Yeah.
Maybe it's out of the country.
Because they seem to be able to gel a little bit better with your lifestyle.
What'd you learn from Rhonda?
I learned that it has to be balanced. And all well, I don't think I learned that, but it's the thing that's sticking out in my mind.
Okay.
Confirming what I already know
Confirm what you already know.
around balance is key to everything, especially in a relationship.
And I learned I really don't have any toxic advice for my ex. For any of my exes, I don't have any.
I think mine
You
was better
just
for him.
right. You
He's on
just
his
shared.
own.
You told your ex to keep a job.
Yes, you did. Did you forget you said that?
No, one of my exes lost their job. And it was the turning point, the beginning of the end for our relationship. Now she's in a new relationship.
Was it your?
Now she's in a new relationship. And she has a job. And since she's had a job, her relationship is going strong.
So keep the job.
Keep the job and keep your relationship. And that's all for relationship status today. Y'all have a great one. We're out.
Woo.